Hey, how's it going, my friend? So, I'm working on my next Rebel the Way essay, and it's taking a bit of time. And then I'll be back to Historias of Cronen. But anyway, guys, so what I'm trying to get at is upcoming Spanish and French articles. I wrote this when I started on Reddit. However, I feel like I'm really happy that I'm writing in Spanish and French on le français. C'est pourquoi que je pense que la culture anglaise, il est très puritain. Uh, and in general, guys, like, I just feel like if you guys are locked in that English world, like, you'll see that you're a bit trapped. You know what I mean? Like, why should you be trapped? It makes no sense to me. I want you guys to expand. And some people think that, oh, just learn all the languages, bro. I think you should just learn the languages you like the most. And I mean, I know Spanish since forever, and I've always been intermediate in French. Now trying to get at advanced. And anyway, I'll read the article, guys, and then I'll explain because it's really frustrating to me. Like some things that I just see, like some reductionism I see in the English-speaking world, which just seems to like people just go for it. But anyway, guys, let's do it. So, my friends, I'm excited to announce I will start writing more Spanish and French articles. I've already done this, but this was for Reddit. Why? I want to encourage you guys to learn more languages so you can travel. I want the Lumiere Pill to be a multilingual space. It is one of the best ways to open your mind. I want to expand you guys media that you wouldn't typically have access to. So that you guys are seeing with Historias del Cronen, Rebel the Way, and maybe Aliados or another, maybe Spiro or like other content from the Spanish and French speaking world. And deeper reason, and you only see this group as an elite group, the best of the best, hence I am adding my readers who naturally know multiple languages. So this is something, guys, that is the opposite of the approach. So this is what's going on, guys. Capitalism is dump down everything to the masses, make it so it's accessible for them. My worldview, I wouldn't say it's not capitalism, but it's mostly libertarian. It's the idea that I want you guys to be better, to try harder, to make more of an effort. And I think this is one of the ways you can accomplish it because you're actually break free from that trap, you know? What if you just say, okay, whatever, America has a lot of taboos, I might as well just go to Mexico and like visit brothels there. You know, like I want to give you guys the option. And I feel only by starting to learn a different language will you start to see this other worldview. I honestly didn't think that at first, but now I'm seeing it. Like different ways of knowing. Like it's crazy. Like I should be paid to pitch these ideas, but anyway, like to the language learning platforms. Deeper reasons, I generally see this group as an elite group. And honestly, I regret saying I wanted to be paid. It's more like you see, like the English side of me, like just thinks of monetizing. Well, like the Spanish side, or el lado español, I think no, it's ridiculous. Like, why am I trying to like make money? Like, por qué el dinero? Makes no sense, you know. That I'm just overcome by like this guy said like English thoughts, you know, and je pense que c'est très très compliqué de je pense que c'est un plus d'apprendre les différentes langues. And anyway, guys, so the metaphor, think of The Legend of Zelda. It's an open world game. You have the main quest, and that's why I wrote it in English, main quest, and then you have multiple side quests, Spanish, French, and potentially other languages. I don't wanna like anticipate and say like oh Deutsch or Portuguese or Nippon or I don't know, guys. Like who knows what the future holds, you know? But at least definitely Spanish and French. But yeah, And guys, what's gonna happen is like, I really want you guys to open your mind. Like I would love for you guys to just venture outside the Anglosphere and start discovering other cultures, other ways of doing things. Because I can see how this reductionism, like, and I dislike the idea that, oh, a man has to earn everything. Like, no, no, he doesn't. Like everything a man does, like he has to earn. Like he can't just like walk to a brothel and have sex. Like that's forbidden. Like you have to earn everything. That's why I'm saying like, well, why not better just learn German, go there, and they have a different standard. And I'm not saying like, oh, if you go to like Canada, like they might have a more open-minded approach, but at least I wanna, and this is like a keyword, problematize it. I want you guys to like wrestle with this idea and say, wait a minute, like why do I see sex as that price? Like why do I see all these girls as that price? Maybe it's a way of thinking. And anyway, guys, and many guys have done this. Henry Miller has done it, like and other thinkers as well, where they're like, wait a minute, like what's going on here? And yeah, but we have a bunch of time, guys. So I told you the announcements are free flow. Like it's not that agenda driven. So I going back to that concept of side quest is the idea that how, and why I'm against the idea of translating. When you're translating, like you're just pretty much copying everything from one language to the other. What I'm trying to do is offer in the other languages new things that you won't have access to, like the Rebelde Way stuff. Like there's no English translator. Maybe there's like a subtitle, but why bother when you can just learn the language and experience it? And honestly, I wasn't that big on language learning. However, at first, I see how it can be freeing in a way. So I'm trying to adjust, because some guys, they lose their identity and they're like, oh, okay, girls like languages, so I'll do that just because. Well, what I'm doing is, well, I'll adapt the languages I like the most, and I learned that. Just like I like tennis, I like golf. But I feel this is a good step forward, guys. And yeah, now I'll speak in other languages so you guys can see. Bueno, y si me sigues en español, porque sé que algunos de ustedes son bilingües, lo que les quisiera decir es, claro, sigan aprendiendo inglés, sigan aprendiendo francés y se van a dar cuenta que rompes cierto paradigma de cómo ver el mundo. Y bueno, me parece muy muy importante porque les va a ayudar a tratar de ver las cosas de manera distinta. Yo creo que si sabes diferentes idiomas, eventualmente vas a ver las cosas de otra manera completamente distinta. Es como este chico de Alaska que hablaba español y me dijo, mira, soy un fan tuyo porque veo las cosas distintas igual como tú las ves. Je parle français, mais je suis intermédiaire. Mon français, je pratique tous les jours et je suis content d'apprendre le français, mais je sais que je ne suis pas très bon maintenant, mais je pratique tous les jours, je pratique beaucoup. Exactly, guys. Like I'm not there on French right now. Like I'm intermediate, I would say, but I'm gonna try my best this year to like get to the advanced level. And yeah, who knows? But it's my priority to focus on French. That's why I don't learn other languages. Like I'm not like all these other guys on YouTube that are trying to learn every single language. I just want to focus on the languages that I feel resonate with me the most and just concentrate on that. And anyway, I'm a big Zelda fan, guys, and you'll see in that Windsor Academy some Zelda influences. But definitely, and let's go back to the concept of elite. And it's so important because I feel like elite have acquired a negative connotation in today's lexicon. However, I don't think this is the case. I think we should aspire to be elites and not be like the masses. And I think perhaps this comes from that English upper class, which is like, it seems to be very hermetic. Like Nancy Mitford, she said that it seems it's clear there's outsiders, there's insiders. Well, what I'm trying to say is we shouldn't view elites in that sense, essentialism. My critique is always against essentialism. While I believe some degree of essentialism might be true, I believe a lot of other things are environmental. So what I'm trying to say is like, why shouldn't we aspire to an elite? Why should we always accept ignorance as our culture? I've never resonated with that. And I know like some people like are more than willing to embrace ignorance as this is the way, but I just don't feel like that's true. Like it just doesn't vibe with me, and that's disingenuous of me to promote that. Instead, I really want to promote intellectualism, education, trying hard, making an effort to understand, and topics like that. For instance, Kingdom Hearts. Like I was really putting a lot of effort trying to understand the story, taking my time. In order to become part of the group, I need to not only assimilate, but also to try to learn as much as possible, you know? I think that conception of things might be more from ancient Rome than from medieval England, you know, or medieval Britain. But yeah, I don't want to like go at it, like comparisons and things like that, but it seems like Germanic societies, they're much more essentialist, while Roman Latin societies are more constructivist in the sense that outsiders can join and become Romans. You know, like you can't go and become a Germanic, part of a Germanic tribe. You know, and I feel like not necessarily, but like I feel like definitely, guys, the crux of the argument is that, and I'm gonna explore this a lot more and be excited for what's to come. But in general, guys, like this is my last thought on this topic, that I want you guys to experience like in the Legend of Zelda, that you go to this secret dungeon and you start exploring another set of ideas that wouldn't be reachable to you unless you you know that language. Like, oh, you know Spanish, then you have this idea. So you know French, you have these other ideas. So this idea of exploration. So then once, imagine you want to travel abroad and you're like, wait a minute, like I wanted to go to Spanish speaking countries and now I learn Spanish and now I rediscover a lot of the stuff I've written in Spanish. Like a lot of you guys can rediscover that and say, oh, I get it now. Like I'm putting pieces of the puzzle, more pieces of the puzzle, and trying to understand things in more depth, you know? But anyway, guys, I'm really happy about this, and honestly, I feel it's an adaptation as well, because I'm not like these pickup artists who are just like, oh, or even these language people, like, oh, so just learn every language. It's not like that. It ain't like that. I'm trying to, what I'm trying to do is try to like do what resonates with you, congruence, and that's my key thought on all this stuff. It's just like, hey, let's be congruent, and why not? Merci beaucoup, mon ami. Je suis très contente. Abonné. Y gracias, amigos. Y bueno, como les dije, intermedio en francés, sigamos esforzándonos y seguiré esforzándome y veamos cómo sigo. Y bueno, como les digo, mi esfuerzo va a ser francés exclusivamente en estas semanas. Y no se olviden de Rebelde Way, Historias del Croning y tal vez Aliados, pero no lo creo por ahora porque ya tenemos demasiado contenido. Y nos vemos en el siguiente episodio. Gracias. Thanks a lot, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you didn't understand match, it's fine, whatever, like, but next time in the future you might understand a lot of it, and make sure you're putting a lot of effort, and I'll see you guys later. Lord Laverne, like, comment, subscribe, and see you soon, guys. And I might go and do some I don't want to say like nightclub game or like strip club game, who knows, you know, like I don't want to say it because then like a lot of weird people are like, ooh, like where does he hang out or stuff like that, but who knows what I'll do, guys. But I'll see you later. Expect the next video soon.